Hey everyone! Today we're diving deep into one of the most electrifying pieces of media to drop in the MonsterVerse so far. The official trailer for Godzilla x Kong, SuperNova. This isn't just your typical teaser, we're talking about mind-blowing visuals, cryptic clues, subtle nods to legacy monsters, and what could be the biggest revelation of all, the return of a cosmic-level threat. Space-Godzilla. Strap in, because over the next hour or so, we're going frame by frame, scene by scene, theory by theory, as we break down everything you might have missed in the trailer. We'll uncover how this next epic chapter may be setting the stage for a truly out-of-this-world villain, possibly the most powerful adversary Godzilla and Kong have ever faced. That's right, folks, the trailer is packed with hidden clues, visual storytelling, and enough kaiju chaos to make any fan lose their mind. So grab your snacks, settle in, and let's break this thing down frame by frame. And trust me, by the end of this video, you might just be convinced that Space-Godzilla is lurking in the shadows of this movie. The trailer kicks off with a haunting shot of what appears to be a massive celestial event. A supernova, perhaps? The title Supernova, if that's the real subtitle, would make perfect sense here. We see a swirling vortex of energy in space, and then, bam, a shockwave ripples across the screen. This isn't just for spectacle, I think this is setting up the arrival of something otherworldly. A voiceover, perhaps from a Monarch scientist or possibly Gia, who now seems more attuned than ever to the mysteries of the Titans, says, "We thought we understood the Titans. We thought the Earth was their only battlefield. We were wrong." Cut to a slow zoom on a crater in the Arctic tundra. At its center is an unknown crystalline structure, pulsing with radiant blue energy. Is this another Titan egg? A remnant of some alien technology? Or could it be a piece of Space-Godzilla's crystalline fortress? The ominous undertones of the soundtrack certainly suggest that whatever it is, it didn't come in peace. Now, why is this important? Because in the Godzilla lore, Space-Godzilla is a cosmic entity, born from Godzilla's cells being exposed to black holes or white holes, depending on the continuity. Could this supernova be the catalyst for his creation? The trailer then cuts to shots of Earth's atmosphere being disrupted, with strange energy surges. This feels like foreshadowing, a classic MonsterVerse move. One of the biggest reveals is Kong sporting what looks like a giant mechanical gauntlet. At first glance, it seems like a weapon, but I think it's more than that. The design has a glowing blue energy source eerily similar to Godzilla's dorsal plates. Is this a piece of ancient Hollow Earth tech? Or could it be tied to burning Godzilla? Next, we see Godzilla, and not just the familiar Godzilla we know. His dorsal fins have changed, now sharper, more jagged, and glowing with an iridescent hue. Purple, blue, and even flickers of crimson course through his spine. This isn't just atomic breath-charged Godzilla, this is something new, something evolved. Monarch's systems are in panic mode. Alarms sound. Satellite footage shows Godzilla absorbing solar radiation in the daylight. Impossible, right? Not anymore. Is this the titular supernova form? A response to an extraterrestrial threat? If Space-Godzilla is truly arriving, maybe Godzilla knows he needs to power up in ways we've never seen before. Remember, Godzilla's adaptations have always been reactionary. From developing nuclear pulse attacks to surviving oxygen destroyers, he evolves to match the threat. And if the cosmos is sending a destroyer his way, he's preparing for war on a galactic level. Here's where things get wild. In Godzilla vs. Kong, we saw Mechagodzilla powered by Hollow Earth energy. What if this gauntlet is reverse-engineered from that tech? Or worse, what if it's a failsafe against a new, even deadlier threat? And if Space-Godzilla is energy-based, this could be Kong's only shot at fighting him. We pivot now to Kong, no longer the rogue warrior of Skull Island, but a battle-hardened guardian of the Hollow Earth. He's wielding a reforged axe, this time glowing with molten energy. We see flashes of him training with young titans, maybe even building alliances underground. It seems that after Godzilla x Kong, the new empire, Kong has fully embraced his role as protector of the subterranean realm. But more intriguingly, we see Kong discovering ancient murals, drawings of creatures with crystalline wings descending from the stars. The same kind of wings that once adorned Space-Godzilla in the Toho series. Is Kong uncovering prophecies? Is Hollow Earth not just a Titan sanctuary, but a gateway to the cosmos? A sudden quake shakes the chamber. Dust falls. Kong looks up. Something massive is coming through. And it's not from Earth. The trailer gives us a stunning shot of Godzilla with glowing pink dorsal plates. This isn't just a recolor, it's a full-on evolution. Fans are calling this Godzilla supernova form, and I think it's a direct response to an incoming cosmic threat. First clue, the crystals. Throughout the trailer, we see more and more crystalline formations, appearing in Antarctica, emerging from hollow Earth, even disrupting satellite arrays in orbit. These aren't random. Space-Godzilla's signature weapon has always been his ability to manipulate and summon energy-infused crystals to control the battlefield. Second clue, the mysterious silhouette at the end of the trailer. It's massive, towering even over Godzilla. Its eyes burn red. Its shoulder spikes glisten like interstellar glass. And behind it, a star-shaped formation, almost like a black hole, spinning slowly in space. We get only a 2-second glimpse before it fades out, but longtime fans will recognize the outline immediately. And third, perhaps most intriguing, is the tagline flashed across the screen. When Titans fall, the stars will rise. What could that mean, if not an invasion from beyond the stars? Titans falling, Kong, Godzilla, facing their greatest defeat? And who rises in their place? Space-Godzilla. In the Heisei era, Godzilla's pink spiral heat ray was a result of excess energy absorption. Here, the pink spikes might indicate he's absorbing something from space. Maybe the same energy that's fueling Space-Godzilla? The trailer also shows Godzilla charging up like never before, almost like he's preparing for a battle beyond Earth. In the trailer, we also get glimpses of returning Monarch characters, including Dr. Eileen Andrews and her daughter Gia, who appears to be developing psychic-like sensitivity, possibly an echo of the old Mothra twin priestesses from Toho. Titans extend beyond Earth? A new face also emerges, a rugged astronaut-looking character, seen piloting what appears to be a spacecraft modified by Apex Cybernetics. Yes, Apex is back, though this time they claim to be allied. But can they really be trusted? They're working on something they call Project Eventide, possibly a failsafe weapon or even a spacecraft designed to follow the signal of this new spaceborne enemy. And what of Ren Sarazawa? Last seen anomalies and UFO folklore. Could this be the site of the first emergence of cosmic crystals? Or maybe the location of Project Eventide's HQ? But more than the fight itself, it's what happens after that's interesting. The two Titans, battered but alive, seem to share a moment of mutual understanding. There's no winner, no loser, just a silent nod, as if to say, we're not enemies, not this time. A sequence following that shows Godzilla unleashing a breath attack, purple and fiery, while Kong leaps beside him, his axe glowing like a neutron star. We witness strange gravitational anomalies within hollow Earth. Floating rocks, distorted light fields, even a moment where time seems to freeze for Kong. Monarch scientists call it a cosmic fracture, a term suggesting something unnatural is rupturing the fabric of hollow Earth. Could this be a wormhole? A breach point that Space-Godzilla is exploiting to cross into our world? Let's not forget, in the New Empire, it was already hinted that hollow Earth might have more connections than previously thought. The presence of ancient ruins and symbols mirroring those found in outer space might not be coincident. We might be looking at an ancient war, one that began across galaxies and is now reawakening. And there's a powerful image of Kong reaching out toward a swirling black vortex in the sky, his axe drawn, eyes wide, not with a quick shot of a frozen, dormant Titan deep in the hollow Earth. Some fans think this could be Destroya or even Violante, but I'm not convinced. The icy prison feels like a setup for a third-act reveal, but what if it's a misdirect? Let's pause here and talk about what Space-Godzilla brings to the table. For those less familiar with Toho lore, Space-Godzilla is essentially Godzilla turned up to 11, with a side of alien menace. He's telekinetic. He can levitate and hurl entire mountains. His crystal formations can act as power conduits, weapons, and even shields. He has a corrupted version of Godzilla's atomic breath, often shown in shades of violet or black. He can regenerate, teleport short distances, and, in some iterations, even drain power from nearby Titans to grow stronger. But perhaps his most terrifying trait? His intellect. Unlike most kaiju who fight on instinct, Space-Godzilla plots, calculates, and manipulates. He builds crystal fortresses. He can imprison enemies in energy cells. He doesn't just want to win, he wants to dominate. If SuperNova is teasing this villain, it suggests a shift in the MonsterVerse, a move from Earth-based threats to cosmic horrors. Space-Godzilla was born from Godzilla's cells being absorbed into a black hole, and then mutated by cosmic energy. But the MonsterVerse might be taking a slightly different approach. What if Space-Godzilla was never an accident, but a weapon? In one scene, we see a holographic display in Monarch's lab showing multiple galaxies with red dots, like infected stars. The implication? This creature has moved from system to system, infecting planets, draining them of not just a titan, he's a parasite, a conqueror. Could it be that Space-Godzilla is the manifestation of a rogue alien intelligence, using Godzilla's DNA from ancient Earth battles or radiation traces to manufacture a near-perfect cosmic predator? That would explain the similarities in appearance. Spinal fins, breath weapons, immense size, but with colder, more calculated behavior. Not instinctual like Godzilla, not protective like Kong. Pure, ruthless intelligence. Space-Godzilla doesn't need to be hibernating, he could arrive from the stars. The real question is, why is Earth suddenly a battleground for cosmic entities? If Space-Godzilla is coming, this could be the breadcrumb legendary is leaving us. Godzilla x Kong, SuperNova, looks to we're in for a spectacle like no other. A clash of natural power versus corrupted intelligence, of ancient Earth might against starborn supremacy. The implications are massive. Could Godzilla survive such a battle? Will Kong take his fight to space? Could this lead to a new age of titans, some birthed by Earth, others sent from the stars? All signs point to yes. From the cosmic energy surges to Godzilla's new form and Kong's mysterious tech, everything aligns with Space-Godzilla's lore. Plus, the MonsterVerse loves reinventing classic Toho villains, Mechagodzilla, Ghidorah, so why not him next? But what do you think? Drop your theories below. And if you're hyped for Godzilla x Kong, SuperNova, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss our next breakdown. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay roaring,